Hello, Virgo, and welcome to April 2020. Before I delve into your reading, I want to talk a little bit about some interesting astrological events that are happening. A couple things that caught my eye. The first is that on April 4th, we have a conjunction between Jupiter and Pluto. And this bodes well for having a benevolent authority or a benevolent government. And I'm really happy to see this conjunction during these times. Makes me feel better. And in fact, I think this is happening 3 times this year. So that's some good news. This conjunction is also really good for doing some interpersonal work. Actually, what I mean is internal work. I guess I can include interpersonal as well. But what I mean is... Alright, let's try this again. This conjunction is also really good for doing some just inner work, looking in deep inside, seeing if there's any little hidden treasures that you just haven't had the chance to uncover because you're busy with your everyday life. Okay? Then on April 7th, we have a full moon, and this full moon is in Libra. And so that's really good for connection. So even if you are quarantined, you can reach out and connect with people in many, many ways. And because full moons sometimes make us restless, why don't you plan on that? Make a phone date, make a special dinner night with your quarantine person. Just have something, though, planned so that you're not just sort of crawling out of your skin. And then the last thing that really caught my attention was that we have a new moon in Taurus, which is really good for you, Virgo, because you are also Earth, on the 22nd. And that's also Earth Day. And I thought how appropriate that we have a new moon, which really speaks about new energies and relationships to things in an Earth sign on Earth Day, when a lot of unexpected things have been happening since this pandemic has hit us, which is that the Earth is very resilient and is having a chance to take a break while humans are being forced to quiet down, right? The clearing up of waters, the clearing up of air. It's so interesting to me. And I'm just thinking about that for April 22nd. Maybe us, the Earth, can sit back and take a breather, right? We are all very resilient. Okay, let's see what this month has in store for you, Virgo. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Very fascinating. Well, we start out, Virgo, with the lovely Death card. Now, let me make this extremely clear. I am not God. I cannot predict death. The cards don't predict death, okay? In fact, having this Death card with the Empress card is a really sort of beautiful melding of energies. And what it's talking about is there may be some patterns in your life. There may be some relationship in your life. There may be a habit that you have that if you were to end it, any of these things, it would open the doorway to the Empress energy. And she is all about creativity, gentleness, getting into our bodies. Possibly you may have had some stuff ended for you in the last few months. This may give you an opportunity to pay attention to yourself and get out of your head and get into your body. The Empress, she uses her 5 senses to really get information. She gets out of her head and gets into her body. Now, Virgo can be a very cerebral sign, okay? So, like I said, there may be a bunch of changes going on around you that have sort of made you need to focus on yourself rather than outwardly. And for some of you, ending some things that maybe were toxic for you, or bringing in a new day, right? These things may have been ended by your own hand or by fate, I don't know, but it'll give you space to be in yourself, in your body, and maybe do some healing work. So that's where we're starting. Let's see where we're going. Oh, wow, you're standing on the Magician. How powerful. So I just want to say that for some of you, if this sort of energy of transition, change, or endings that I'm talking about has been a little bit disappointing, please just hang in there. That will pass, because what is coming up is you have a very, very auspicious energy approaching. You have the World card as your final card in your reading. For me, when I read for people, whenever the last card in the reading is the last card in the deck, as this is, that is extremely auspicious. It's really good luck. And it really means that things are wrapping themselves up the way they're supposed to. Things are going to fall into place the way that they wanted to. So, I mean, if you have something emotionally difficult going on, like, roll with that. But this card of maybe some disappointment is only one card out of 10 here, and all the rest of the cards are really positive. So don't let this sidetrack you. Feel your feelings, and let's keep moving, because the biggest message from your guides is this beautiful energy, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is a card of movement. This is a card of forward movement, but it's very much step by step, by step by step, which, Virgo, you're really good at that. So when I take all of this as a whole, it really feels like things are not going to be the same after April. And by the way, that's a really good thing. So let's get into our bodies. Let's make food we enjoy. Let's listen to music we enjoy. Let's take long walks alone, and brainstorm. And you also have the Seven of Pentacles here. This is also about planting seeds that are going to be sprouting later. Now, when I go into your relationship sector, there's just some, just really sort of neutral energy here. It's really talking about making sure that whatever relationship you're involved in, I mean, if this is a love relationship, they're saying make sure you're getting what you're giving. It's really important. And if you aren't, again, there's a lot of change in the air. It may be time to shake things up. Oftentimes with this card, and this is specifically in your relationship sector, there's this question going around saying, are you the one who's giving, or are you the one who's begging, right? What you don't want to be is the only person in a relationship who's giving and then being the beggar at the same time, right? Like, nobody wants that. So that's just a worst case scenario. But I think that topics of equality and give and take are really paramount this month. And some of you may be dealing with a partner who's acting immature and needs to grow up. Or if your relationship is fine, you literally might be dealing with a child who is acting immature and needs to grow up. Or you could have a parent who's acting immature and needs to grow up. The point is make sure that you're communicating and you're stating your needs with every important relationship for you right now. We are in uncertain times, and you need to know who you can depend on and who's going to really be an adult and be there for you. But moving out of that territory, and by the way, this is minor arcana energy, so my sense is that we're just talking about one relationship that you need to deal with, because overall the rest of your reading is very positive. But moving out of that realm, as we move towards your outcome card, again, You have a very, very lucky jumping off point for moving forward into early summer, okay? And I will definitely be checking back in with you, Virgo, in May. And I hope that you stay safe and healthy this month, and be kind to yourself and others. And bye-bye.